as the CEO of an Indian company, what does it mean to have Narendra Modi meeting with President Trump today? What do you hope gets accomplished?
I think it's an incredibly important meeting in an incredibly important relationship. As you know, India is growing at a very rapid pace. It's one of the fastest growing economies in the world today. Indian aviation is also the fastest growing aviation market in the world. We are growing at about 20–25%. And the Indian economy is growing at around 8%. So I think there's an incredible amount of stuff that the two countries can do together. And in that context, the Modi-Trump meeting is really very important.
Ajay, I'm wondering your take on tech's recent incursions or attempted incursions into India. Apple at first wanted to sell refurbished iPhones in India. Now they've taken a different step, actually manufacturing the iPhone SE there. How important is it to get that domestic manufacturing and more of the economic benefits from tech actually living in India?
I think it's only natural that India will use its market to leverage manufacturing within India. As you know, Mr. Modi has an ambitious program. It's called Make in India. And he's encouraging companies from across the world to come and make in India. And I think Apple's step is extremely important. It's a sign of things to come. So it's not that only Indian companies need to create jobs for Americans. As you know, SpiceJet has placed a very large order with Boeing, which creates an incredible number of 132,000 American jobs within America. But if India is to give access to its markets in such an incredible way, I think it's really important that American companies should understand that India needs manufacturing within India as well. And American companies need to support the Make in India program as well.
Ajay, the success that Indian Americans have had in this country, founding companies, being employee 2 through 10 on some very large companies, is that something you think the White House champions or wants to limit, is agnostic on?
I don't think it's for the White House to champion or limit this. This is in the natural progression of things that we have so many incredible Indian CEOs. As you know, Microsoft is headed by an Indian, as is Google, and so many important companies in the United States. I think it's just a sign that these companies have now moved beyond borders. And we need to work together, India and America, to make sure that both countries can prosper and people on both sides can prosper.
Some people say it's a sign that it's still way easier to do business in the United States than it is to do business in India. I asked Seema a question earlier. I'm going to ask you. The great hope of Narendra Modi was that he was supposed to make India a better place to do business. I've heard him described as the Ronald Reagan of India. Is he?
Absolutely. I think he's a very, very strong prime minister. He's doing great things for our country. Great work happening on creation of infrastructure within India. Ease of doing business, one of the hardest things to solve in India. We've done extremely well over the last 2 years. Our ranking is up some 50 points over where we started. But still a very, very long way to go. And it's clear that we just need to do much, much more.
Ajay, I'm curious, on the Indian side, how is this conversation playing out on the H-1B visa program here and the changes that the Trump administration has talked about making, raising the salary requirement? What are the follow-on effects that you expect to see from that?
I think H-1B is important for several Indian IT companies which send people to the United States to work. But it's also incredibly important for American companies that need these people with high skills to come and work within the United States. So I would think that this is something which works for both sides. And of course, any moves to limit this will hurt American companies as it will hurt Indian companies. So I think it really needs to be thought about again.
Chart's been floating around today, given the Supreme Court news of companies that have the most H-1B applications. It's companies like Infosys and Tech Mahindra and Tata, right? This is extremely pertinent given the meeting today.
Yes, absolutely. I'm sure it will be discussed, and they will try and reach some accommodation because it impacts both sides equally.
Do you have any H-1Bs? I mean, you run a domestic airline in India, right? So is this part of your world at all?
No, it doesn't impact us at all. In fact, what SpiceJet does is that we have placed an order for up to 205 aircraft with Boeing. These aircraft will be manufactured within the United States. This is a $22 billion order. It creates 132,000 high-skilled, highly paid American jobs within the United States of America. So we are completely on the other side. We are actually helping create jobs in America here.
Got it. Ajay, good to have you on this important day for India here in the United States and at the White House.
Thank you.